respected speaker, Dr. Aditya, and she's none other than our Head of Public Health Services, University Health Center, University Putra Malaysia. Dear participants, in case if you have any questions during presentation, please feel free to drop out your questions in the chat box provided, as there will be question and answer segments at the end of the session. Before we start our presentation, a gentle reminder to all our participants, kindly make sure to mute your mic as to avoid any disruption during the talk. All right, without delay, let's welcome our Honorable Speaker, Dr. Aditya. Dr. Aditya, are you there?
Hi, Assalamualaikum. Good morning. Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Doctor.
The session is yours now, Dr. Aditya.
Semua nampak? Thank you, Usha. But I cannot see Usha lah. What happened to What happened to Usha?
Hello,
Yang
Dr. Aditya.
lain muka mana lain?
Saya special sikit sebab webcam tak.
No, Atira saya dah nampak. Daniel Nazri. Sorry again.
Sorry, Doctor, my webcam is not functioning.
Oh, your webcam is not functioning. The others, adik-adik dan anak-anak yang lain macam mana? Sekejap, berapa orang je nampak muka ni? Okeylah, sambil-sambil tu nanti tunjuk muka ya. Boleh ya? Permintaan khas ni dari saya. Assalamualaikum, selamat pagi, salam sejahtera. Okey, terlebih dahulu saya mengucapkan ribuan terima kasih kepada grup Alpha ya, grup Alpha kerana memberi kesempatan dan menjemput saya untuk join untuk memberi sedikit pengisian dalam program ni. Terima kasih juga kepada Dr. Siti Rabaah. Pelajar-pelajar panggil dia Dr. apa? Dr. Siti ke Dr. Rabaah?
Dr. Rabaah.
Dr. Rabaah ya. Okey. Jadi tanpa melengahkan masa, semua ada ke ni? Ke nama je ada ni? Ha? Alright. So hari ni the tajuk Dr. Rabaah ya. Okey, dapat jawapan dah. Tajuk kita share hari ini understanding your mental health. Kita nak mempelajari, bukan mempelajari, memahami. Yes, memahami. Tak faham nanti tak cinta dan tak tahu, okey. So kita secara umumnya kita ni lebih menumpukan perhatian kita kepada kesihatan fizikal, betul tak? So kat mana-mana pun promosi
What happened?
Sorry, rasanya Dr. Aditya dia disconnect. Kejap, tunggu dia join balik kejap.
Sekejap sorry ya. Dapat dah? Sorry, terputus pula. So sorry, saya sambung balik seperti yang saya katakan tadi. Kita sebelum ni lebih menumpukan kepada kesihatan fizikal. Okay, kita cek kita punya tekanan darah, kita cek kita punya kolesterol, kita cek punya gula. Sangat-sangat jarang sekali kita periksa kesihatan mental kita. Tapi problem juga sebab kesihatan mental ni kita tak ada pengukuran. Kita tak ada blood test. Kita tak ada alat. Okay. Tapi kenapa macam tu nanti kita tengok balik. Okay. So basically manusia kan kita bahagikan secara umumnya kepada dua, body and mind. Body termasuklah kita punya anggota badan, organ-organ yang kita nampak, sentuh, berasa. Okay. Mind ni kat mana? Mana? Mind dia kita tak nampak. Di sini kah? Brain. Brain sesuatu yang kita nampak di organ. Brain problem. Brain problem mungkin boleh jadi contoh macam cancer. Brain problem. Tapi mind tu kita tak nampak. Dia adalah sangat abstrak dan dia mempengaruhi kita punya emosi, behavior dan juga kita punya apa kita panggil social interaction. Okay. So jika kita tengok balik kan, mind dengan body adalah dua benda yang berbeza tapi connected to each other. Okay. So bila kita cakap pasal mind, macam saya cakap tadi lah, kita bercakap tentang emosi, tentang apa tadi, behavior. Okay. Bila kita cakap tentang emosi tu, kita ada perasaan apa? Sedih. Kita ada perasaan marah. Kita ada perasaan bimbang. Gelisah. Dan semua-semua tu adalah perasaan dalam emosi kita. Okay. Behavior kita pula. Behavior kita macam mana kita memberi tindak balas kepada sesuatu perkara yang berlaku. Okay. Jadi mental health ada kaitan dengan physical health. Physical health ada berkaitan dengan mental health. Contoh, jika seseorang tu ada penyakit fizikal, dia akan mempengaruhi mental. Contoh, kalau orang tu ada sakit darah tinggi yang tak terkawal dan kena stroke, dia akan mempengaruhi mental kita sehingga menyebabkan orang tu mungkin mengalami depression dan sebagainya. Begitu juga kalau orang tu stres tu adalah faktor risiko untuk menyebabkan penyakit fizikal, sakit darah tinggi dan sebagainya. Okay, itu sekadar contoh. Jadi, so semua faham konsep mental dengan fizikal, okay? So, saya nak beritahu beberapa terminologi. First, untuk kita semua jelas ya, mental. Mental tu apa? Kalau dari segi bahasa-bahasa biasa, bila kita cakap, kau ni mental lah, pernah tak? Ada tak ungkapan-ungkapan macam tu? Ada kan? Jadi bila orang cakap, kau ni mental lah, biasanya kita cakap orang, kau ni macam gila lah, kan? Okay? Tapi perkataan mental tu sendiri, definition of mental is anything related to mind. Okay, so jangan salah lah. Tapi penggunaan kau ni mental lah, itu memang biasa, kita well understood. Okay? Lepas tu, mental tu related to mind. Mind tu apa pula? Okay? Mind, minda. Minda tu kat mana? Kat sini? Kat sini brain. Minda tu kat sini ke? City organ. Tapi otak memainkan peranan dalam emosi dan minda. Minda kalau dari segi definition, okay, adalah satu set orang kata apa? Fungsi kognitif seperti kita punya conscious, kesedaran, imajinasi, persepsi, pemikiran, apa lagi? Intelligence, judgement, rasa dan juga memory. Okay, itu minda. Okay, itu mind. Lepas beza, pernah tak terfikir apa beza mental dengan psikologi? Mental tadi saya cakap apa? Mental tadi, ingat lagi tak?
Minda.
Ingat lagi mental. Mental MT yang berkaitan dengan minda. Okay? Tetapi kalau psikologi pula, dia adalah satu bidang kajian berkaitan minda dan juga behavior. Dia merangkumi dua. Tapi overall tu semua dalam mental aspect lah. So kita boleh katakan mental tu yang broad aspect. Kajian yang berkaitan dengan mental ni adalah psikologi. Okay? So dan term physical health dah tahu kan? Mental health definition saya belum beritahu lagi. Jadi kita kata kalau aku ni sihat lah. Aku ni sihat lah. Jadi automatik kita akan fikir orang tu tak ada demam, tak ada sesama, tak ada batuk dan tak ada penyakit-penyakit kronik seperti darah tinggi, kencing manis. Okay? Okay, kalau orang tu dalam keadaan sedih, murung, orang tu dikira sihat tak? Kan tak dikira sihat lah sebab yang tu dia tak sihat dari segi mental. Tapi yang tu jarang-jarang sangat kita ambil tahu dan kita ambil titik, ambil berat. Okay, betul? Setuju tak? Ada yang tak setuju? Okay. Sekejap. Term tadi dah tahu, jadi minda yang sihat akan melahirkan, bukan macam ni. konsep yang kita kena faham, fizikal yang sihat plus minda yang sihat akan melahirkan seorang individu yang sihat. Okay? Kita boleh jadi sihat dari segi fizikal, tak ada penyakit darah tinggi, kecil manis, tetapi mind kita tak sihat, kita ada masalah kemurungan, kita tak sihat. Seseorang mungkin tak ada darah tinggi, seseorang tu mungkin ada penyakit darah tinggi tapi minda sihat, so still tak sihat. Untuk mendapat definisi kesihatan yang menyeluruh, kita kena sihat kedua-duanya. Okay? So hari ni semua orang sihat ke? Ada yang tak sihat tak? Ada yang hari ni kemurungan? Saya anggap yang tak ada muka tu, kecuali Michelle lah kan? Kemurungan kot. Ya ke?
Tak. Sihat.
Yes, doktor, sihat.
Michelle tak ada, soalnya tak ada. Michelle dia tak ada webcam yang lain tu. Okay. InsyaAllah sihat kan?
Alhamdulillah.
Right, okay. Ini apa orang kata, di definition definition oleh WHO, what is kesihatan mental ataupun mental health. WHO kata, bukan saya kata. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Okay. So, okay. Okay. For the definition, please I prepare in a minute. Anyway. Okay. Sorry, I didn't realize we have a few foreign students. Okay. So what is the definition of mental health? So I will just read it out to you. Mental health, according to WHO, it is a state in which our mental, intellectual, emotional, social, and personal ability is there, and our ability to handle stress, to acquire skill, and to maintain relationship. It is quite long, panjang. Okay, and all of which from the resources for resilient and independent living. So, in a simple word, mental health means when you can control your emotion, when you can control your mind, and then you can control and have good relation with your surrounding, with your family, with your friends. That means your mental health is good. Okay. Okay. So also about mental health. So mental health include, I've been saying this many times. Mental health is include emotion, psychological, and social well-being. Okay, everybody got that? Remember these three important aspects in mental health. I repeat ulang so that everybody will remember. Mental health is related to emotion, psychological, and social well-being. Okay, so again, mental health will affect the way we think, the way we feel, and then the way we act. Okay. A good mental health will determine akan mempengaruhi, will determine our ability to handle stress, okay, to have relation with others, and also making choices. Okay, all these things need a good mental health. Okay. What else? Okay, I will relate this health dengan physical health. Okay, so you all can remember, I think you all know, okay, in physical health, we will talk about, for example, high blood pressure, penyakit darah tinggi. Okay. So, penyakit darah tinggi, it happen, berlaku di mana in which the blood pressure in our body become high, excessive, this too much. Okay. Another concept that you all have to remember and bear in mind is, in this world, anything which is too much or which is too little is not good. Okay, we go back to the physical health. Okay, blood pressure in certain way is good. It is important in our daily function. Tapi what happen if it is too much? Apa jadi if dia banyak, terlalu banyak? It cause hypertension. Okay, so the same thing happen in our mental condition. Okay, we have feelings like sad. Macam saya cakap tadi, feeling like emotion and feeling like sad, angry, anxious. It is all normal, normal feeling, normal emotion. Okay. Takkanlah if suddenly you hear someone told you that your friend ataupun your family members sakit, kan? To hear that dan kita rasa sad and we feel sad, that is very very normal. Tapi when the feeling is too much and beyond, at that time it become a problem. It become disorder ataupun it become disorder or it will become problem. Initially it is problem first, okay? But if it is prolonged and control, plus it affect the daily function, daily activity, it become disorder. Okay? Can you see that? First, the emotion is normal. Okay? And if it is if it is related to certain condition or certain event happen in life, okay? So the emotion is normal. But when the emotion is too much or too little, maybe too much sadness, or at the occasion that you need to be sad, but suddenly you show happiness that is in certain people or that individual ada mental health problem, belum disorder, not disorder yet. But if the condition, if the emotion prolonged, usually about 2 weeks. By right, 2 weeks everybody will recover from the daily life. Contohnya, for example, that individual refused to eat, okay, or he or she became not interested to the things that he or she used to like before. Contoh macam like Khairul, right? What do you like to do in your spare time? You like to video games again. So if one time something happens to Khairul and it's beyond to activity, okay? Okay, what else? Yeah. So I've covered what is the definition of mental health. Again, what does mentally healthy meaning? Okay, we can define healthy. Explain mentally healthy person. First, that person or us, we feel in control. When you feel in control, our mental is healthy. Secondly, being confident. Okay, so everybody, semua orang yang ada tajuk muka ni, being confident, bagus. Mentally healthy. Okay, dua-dua. The third, sorry about the interruption. Now okay?
Okay, ya.
Alright.
Okay,
Okay,
Doktor.
dengar.
Sorry, I don't know. Last time when I used Zoom was okay. This time maybe the system want to test my emotion. Okay, sorry.
Okay, Doktor.
So
Okay.
in mentally healthy person, first we feel in control, confident, okay, feeling good about ourselves. Fourth, managing and expressing your emotion. Managing and expressing your emotion. Number 5, fifth, building and maintaining good relationship. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6, being resilient and able to cope. Okay, so that is actually just explanation to the core aspect of mental, the 3 things: mind, emotion, social well-being. Okay, so semua faham kan? Boleh?
Yeah.
Alright, what else? Okay. So now everybody dah understand what is the meaning of mental health. So what is mental health? Basically you all already know. So kalau ada orang tanya, if somebody ask, you can you can jawab terus. So now what is the scenario? What is the scenario in our country first? We go to our country. So according to the National Morbidity Survey, okay, the one is actually in 2006. I couldn't find the latest. So that was the one that I found. So in Malaysia, the mental health among adult in Malaysia, adult meaning those who age 16 and above. So in this group, everybody is adult, right? Okay. So what did they found? Well, they say in Malaysia, generally, 11.2% of adult Malaysian, they have morbidity or psychiatric problem, in which, if according to race, 31.1% are among Chinese population. Okay, that is the study lah. Okay, if we look into gender in Malaysia, okay, guess who have more mental problem according to the survey? Carol, you want to guess? You want to give a guess? Among women and men.
Woman.
You think women. Okay. Carol did it apa? Betul. So in that study, they found that most women having some degree of mental health, up to 55%. That is from the study population tau. Compared to the men, 45%. Not that much difference. Sikit je beza dia. Okay, so ethnicity, dah. I've already covered ethnicity, the gender. And then they look into the penempatan, the what do we call that? Where this locality where these people stay. The study say mental problem is more among those staying in urban area compared to the kampung area. In urban area, it is 8.5%. Looking at the education level, this mental problem, mental disorder is more in those who don't have or very little education, okay, atau berperingkat rendah. It consists of 15 to 16%. And then marital status. They found that the mental health problem is more among those followed by those who are single, 13.1%, and those who and those married couple, 10.5%. Okay. In this study, they also look into juga melihat the population who have this thought untuk membunuh among our mental health population is 6.4%, in which it is more in early adult population or remaja, adolescent. Okay, it goes up to 11%. Okay, so banyak lah, yeah. And the insomnia, you all know what is insomnia? Insomnia is susah. As overall, 14% of those who have mental problem have this sleeping problem. Yes, it is related. Okay. Okay, so that is the study that we have from Ministry of Health. Okay, Anusha, who is this? Pravina Rajo. I would like. Do I answer the question now or later?
Later.
Later, okay. Yeah. So okay, maybe I have to mention a little bit about what is the symptom of mental health problem. Okay, as for physical health problem, we have it has its own symptom. Sama juga, same goes to mental health problem. So I always relate physical and mental, kan? Boleh lah kan? Okay, so contoh, for example, in diabetic is a kind of physical disease, physical health problem. So what happens in diabetes? People with diabetes will have certain symptoms like too much thirsty, urinate very frequently, or in certain stage, you know, the weight become, they will have sudden loss weight. Okay, so the same thing happen in mental health problem or those who have mental health illness. Okay, many of them, I already mentioned just now, will have the symptom of difficulty to sleep. Many of them, banyak. Tapi I cannot give you the figures, okay? Okay, they have problem to sleep. Either first they cannot sleep, or they have interrupted sleep. There is two different things. Cannot sleep meaning already 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, they didn't sleep yet. Okay, or interrupted sleep meaning they sleep, but after certain hours, after 2 hours, after 3 hours, they will wake up, but they wake up, they don't know what to do. They try to sleep again, but they have the problem to initiate the sleep. So they might present with that symptom. Second symptom they will have with what else? The one, okay, social withdrawal. They try to, you know, to hide themselves. They don't want to go for social function. Okay, they try to keep things in with themselves. And then excessive crying. They didn't. And next is they didn't take care of themselves. Okay, they refuse to eat, or sometimes they eat too much. Okay, so there are among other symptoms of apa itu, mental health problem. As for my own experience here in our university, I would say most of the cases that are sleeping problem. Okay, many of them cannot sleep at night. They don't sleep at night, but they spend most of their time, most of their daytime to sleep. Okay, so usually that's where usually I pick up the mental health problem among students, because it is very seldom, jarang-jarang sekali student or even staff will come to me and say, "Doctor, I have mental health problem." I do see a few cases. Okay, tapi most of the time their symptoms are cannot sleep, no appetite, they don't feel, they don't feel energetic, things like that. Okay, so there are the symptoms. And the behavior also change. Okay, so how do we measure? Kalau if it is hypertension, we can measure using this one machine. Okay, everybody know this machine? Okay, or if it is diabetes, we can check the blood sugar. So how about mental health? First, we don't have any alat or any device or any apparatus. Okay, because we actually don't know where is the mind. Is it here or is it here? Okay. We also do not have any blood test or urine test to test the mental health. Okay, there are some theories about this mental health. One of those theories says there is some neurotransmitter problem in our brain. Okay, but definitely we cannot take our brain and investigate it. You cannot. Some of the scientists, if we look through some of their studies, they use MRI. They use MRI to look at the brain. There are some studies which is still under study lah. they try to make MRI one of the tests to confirm, to diagnose mental illness, tapi belum berjaya, not succeeded yet, because they can find some changes in certain people who have mental illness, tapi it is still under study. Okay, so in our population, what we can do to test whether or not we might have some mental problem or mental disease. Have you all heard about DAS score, DAS test? DA, it's spelled DASS. Okay, so kegunaan, the usage of that is not to diagnose tau. We don't diagnose mental disorder with that, tapi we can pick up mental problem with that score. Okay, so nanti mungkin everybody can do your own DAS score test ya. Okay. Okay, what influence our mental health? Okay, apa? First, our well-being, our upbringing, our upbringing, okay? Our upbringing, how we brought up from small, and then to our school age, and then university, and then masa bekerja. Secondly, remember the study that I mentioned just now, okay? It also touched about education, okay? So education also mempengaruhi the mental health, okay? Education. Tiga, number 3 is our religion and our budaya. Okay, number 5, our own weakness, okay, our own keistimewaan, okay, our special, kadang-kadang we have our own keistimewaan, specialty kan, and also our achievement, okay. Some people, those who have, very good achievement, maybe the mental health is good, tapi don't get me wrong, some people, if too much achievement also boleh menyebabkan some problem with the mental health, because it will they might have this anxiety to give more and have more, okay? It will affect the mental health as well. And lastly, our physical health, okay? So that are six aspects that mempengaruhi the mental health. 6 things, ingat 6 things: upbringing, education, religion and culture, environment, our own achievement, and also our physical health. Okay, apa lagi ya? So when we talk, let's relate this mental health dengan student. Okay, so when you come to university, you will be factors that will affect your mental health. Like first, you will be away from your parents. It will affect your mental health. Okay, some maybe too sad. Okay, first week during the orientation week, homesick. Okay, any of you all experience that? Crying at night, ada? Okay, and then first week, a new environment. Okay, and then new friends, new way of to study. It is not like school. School we have teachers. So basically in university we are basically on our own. Betul? Alright. And then what else? And then our friends also. Some friends are good, okay, can give us support, but some friends they have different type of upbringing, we cannot cope with them, so many problems. And then the way we study, how we interact with our friends, how we interact with our lecturers, kan? So maybe some of the lecturers are very fierce, unapproachable, but not Dr. Siti Rabaah lah kan?
Sama je doktor.
Well, some people get through that. Some people might need help, kan? So what else? Okay. Already said that. Apa lagi? What did I miss ya? okay, complication. If we don't treat, if we don't treat, if we do not pick up this thing early, okay? So pernah dengar kan? So in mental health, that's why we have to understand our mental health. So that's why we have the DAS score. So when we do DAS score, we have problem with that, then we see counselor or doctor. Okay, we doctors usually we have good interaction with our counselor. Sometimes the counselor refer cases to us. Sometimes when I see the case, those who don't need any psychiatric evaluation, I can send them to counselors lah. Okay. So what is important here is trust. Okay, student must trust us because in mental health, you have to reveal everything, kan? Okay. Then if complication, sampai complication, if you do not pick it up early, if you do not treat it early, when the mind cannot be controlled, and there is dissociation, then it is beyond control, tu yang jadi disorder. Yang tu very difficult. It can be cured. Ada rawatan, there is treatment. Okay, we have to be positive. Tapi probably susah sikit. So that's why we want to prevent the complication. That's why we have to intervene very early. How to intervene very early? That's why we have to have this awareness for ourselves. Then we ourselves awareness among our friends. Then bila kita aware, and then we see, our friend ni ada problem. Maybe she has problem. So kita bawa dia jumpa lecturer, see the doctors. Okay, so we help each other. Complication. About help juga doctors. Kalau kat luar kita ada support group yang what is it called? Ada one group you can call them, and I forgot what is the talian ke and then, so talking about PKP, okay, how the environment affect the mental health. We found that many people having some degree of mental problem during the PKP, okay, because you cannot go out, you cannot interact. That's why I say we human beings, we have to interact. Once we locked down for solid 2 weeks, a lot of things happen during these 2 weeks. I heard a few cases. Yang husband and wife bercerai, suicidal attempt. We heard that's what I heard. But the one that I heard of relationship problem, so it is true that things happen. Okay. I think that's got anything that I missed. Ada apa-apa? I think I already covered definition, the symptoms, the treatment. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Maybe I touched a bit about treatment. So, treatment, as any problem, medical problem, we can divide the treatment into 2 category. One is non-pharmacological, maksudnya tanpa ubat-ubatan, without medication. Second is pharmacological. I always divide this treatment into 2 aspects. Some people do not need any pharmacological treatment. Okay, some people only need non-pharmacological, maybe psychological. Okay, and then some people might need both. Okay, the same thing goes to physical disease. Some people with very early hypertension do not need any medicine, but they have to change their lifestyle a little bit here and there. Okay, those who come presented to doctor in very late stage, that's when we have to start the medication. So it happened the same thing happened in mental disorder. If they come in late stage, we have to give both treatment, psychological and pharmacological. Okay, so some people say tak naklah makan ubat, I don't want to take medicine, nanti jadi gila. No, the medicine usually not intended to be given the whole life. We have our own protocol. Okay, what we want to achieve. Okay, kalau macam darah tinggi, we want to achieve this certain type level of blood pressure. For sugar, certain level of sugar. The same thing happen in mental problem. So we have certain thing that we want to achieve after certain month. Mungkin after 3 months we see the changes, then we will taper down the dose. Okay, so don't worry about, always go through the protocol. Okay. What else? Yeah, we did that one. So yeah, mental health is very very important to everyone. Okay, so maybe I take question kot. So jap mana yang
Okay, thank you,
last?
Dr. Aditya. We will go ahead and take some time for questions now. So, dear participant, just a reminder, please be sure to drop out your questions into the questions box. So, it looks like we have a few questions in the question box. First question from Farhana. Where she asked about emotional fluctuation. If someone's emotion fluctuate like sad and normal, then back to sad, so is that normal? Does that indicate a person is normal?
So the question is it normal if someone having fluctuating emotion from sad to happy within a day? Okay. Obvious event, obvious occasion that can make that person become sad. Okay, but generally speaking, we human being, we do not it is not normal for our feeling to be fluctuating within short period of time. The question, macam mana? The answer would be it is not normal. Okay, it is not normal to have that feeling. Tapi whether or not it is a disorder, it is a problem, we have to evaluate lah. Okay, if it is happen in prolonged time and it affect the environment, it affect the relation, it affect the function, then that be problem. You have to bring your friend or that person to see counselor or doctor. Farhana, okay ke? Do you understand? Did I explain it to you clearly, or you become more confused?
Doktor, maybe doktor boleh explain more lagi sikit. Saya faham je.
Ya. The fluctuation emotion tu yang terlalu kerap tu memang tak normal lah. Okay. Usually biasanya berlaku sebab apa? Biasanya biasanya kita panggil apa? Orang yang memendam perasaan. They try to akan menutup, it will hide what is happening to her. Okay, tapi dia actually memberikan satu gambaran, maksudnya dia tak okay, especially kepada kawan-kawan yang kerja lah. Kalau memang ada macam tu, tolong bawa jumpa kaunselor atau doktor, ya, untuk pemeriksaan lah, untuk kita check balik. Boleh, Farhana?
Okay, doktor. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you, Farhana. Thank you, doctor. Now, let's look on the second question, where about Pravina asked doctor's opinion about the current situation, COVID-19. Students are being placed in home to adapt the e-learning as well as they are tackling their responsibilities as children. So switching their roles as student to children will it affect their mental health due to the level of pressure increasing? This question is from Pravina.
Okay, so the question from Pravina, okay. So Pravina, can you hear me? Mana Pravina? Which one is Pravina?
Yes, doctor, I can hear you. It's just my camera.
Pravina Selvaraju,
Yes, doctor.
Okay. I see your name. I see your name. Okay. Okay, your question. Okay. Yeah, it is true during this PKP, the apa tu? PKP ataupun MCO situation, we are placed at our home. Yeah. I cannot deny that there is some level of pressure because you are at home. You have to play your role as children. You have to listen to your parents. Of course lah. At any time, you have to listen to our parents. Okay. And then at the same time, you have to have your role as a student. Okay. So it will affect. Of course, the answer whether or not it will affect the mental health, the answer is yes. Okay. So whether or not it will become a problem or disorder, it depends on how you situation. Okay. Probably within the few weeks, first week, second week, you might have problem. Okay. That is adjustment time. Okay. But when you understand the situation, then you can cope slowly, and then thing cannot happen only if it is only from your side. You have to have both side cooperation, meaning that the parents, the family members also have to have their own role. Okay, so that's the problem here. Macam mana to make our family understand that at certain time we have to do this and this and this. Okay, so it again goes to how we control the situation, how we communicate, how we explain to our family. I know it is not easy. Okay, tapi if we can do that, then you have a very healthy mental state. Okay.
Okay, doctor. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Arina. Okay.
Yes, doctor. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Pravina, for your questions, and thank you, Doctor, for answering that. And let's move to the third questions. It's about introvert. Is an introvert more likely to have mental health problem? This question is from Nur Iza.
Okay, so yes. Okay, Nora, thank you for your question. You were asking about introvert. Yeah, we can divide people into introvert person and extrovert person. Okay, so actually there is no definitive study that really shows that introvert person is more likely to have mental health problem. Okay, I cannot give you the figure. Both introvert or extrovert, they have about the same risk of having a mental problem. But generally, we will feel those who don't express themselves will become mentally ill easier compared to those who like to express themselves. It is actually, it is a little bit true actually, because we feel that if we can express ourselves, we can tell people what is our problem, then if we have good support, if we have good surrounding support, then some part of our problem can be resolved. Okay, but it depends on the people around us also. If you find bad companion, okay, you tell them your problem, but instead of helping you, they might worsen the problem. That can happen also. So that's why I say I didn't actually find there is very much difference between introvert or extrovert person, in which one is very likely to develop mental health problem. But generally in our population, in our society, and what we believe is, yes, introvert person is more likely to get mental health problem. Okay, Noiza, maybe if I can find the study, the definitive study, maybe I will I will tell you. Okay, boleh Noiza?
Boleh doktor, thank you doktor.
Thank you Liza.
Thank you, Doctor. Now let's move to the fourth question about again on doctor's opinion on people saying you are depressed because you are too far from God, and what's the best way to reply to it? Questions from Ilmi.
Thank you Syah, and thank you Ilmi. Ilmi, where is Ilmi?
Sini.
Mana Ilmi? Oh, Ilmi. Tak nampak muka lah. Okay. Ilmi, mana tadi? Thank you for the very good question. This question memang selalu saya dapat. Okay. And this is usually one of the problems. We always thought, we always believe macam ni lah, like this. If one is near to God, they won't get depressed. Okay. Or they won't get this mental problem. Okay. Those who have mental problem, definitely, we are actually judging, okay? Definitely they will have mental problem. They will go depressed, they will go become anxious sebab dia jauh daripada Tuhan, okay? So, actually we cannot have that kind of thinking or that kind of belief, okay? Because kita kena tengok, we have to see that this problem, this is penyakit. Okay, this is a penyakit in which everybody can get the penyakit. Whether you are very alim, you semua yang tak tinggal, apart from those yang wajib, you do the extra sunat, okay? That will not prevent you atau menghalang you daripada mendapat mental health problem. Okay, so then you will ask, oh Tuhan tak sayang saya, Tuhan, okay, God don't like me, even though I dah bagi all. Tapi you have to understand that Tuhan bukan kadang-kadang, Tuhan menguji the human, okay, to what degree we believe in Him, okay, and to some, not to the patient alone, not to the patient yang ada disease alone, and also to the community, okay. So in my opinion, and also from the evidence, it is very wrong to say you are depressed because you are too far from God. Okay, religion religion itself maybe can help in certain degree. Okay, it control our emotion. Tapi please don't have this thinking, this stigma that those who are depressed, that who are having mental problem is very far from God. Some of them actually it's actually better than us. Their knowledge is better. Tapi like I say, itu ujian. Penyakit is ujian. Okay. Okay, Ilmi. The best way to reply to it. The best way to reply to it macam itulah, cakap this is all penyakit. This penyakit daripada Tuhan juga, okay? And then it is a kind of ujian. Our role as human is actually to find it out and then to work on it, to cure it in the way yang ada, yang in any way possible. Boleh ke Ilmi?
Boleh. Thank you doktor.
Ya. Cakap dekat kawan-kawan dia. Okay, Usha.
Okay, thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Ilmi. So let's proceed to the fifth question. If someone have mental illness background, are they face difficult to be employed? Question from Sarah Saswani.
Syara Shazwan. Hello, thank you for the question, Syara Shazwani. Where are you? Mana? Nak tengok lah juga Syara Syazwani, where are you?
Saya kat sini.
Yeah. Okay, Syazwani. Okay, can you Can. Okay. So okay, I answer you now, Syara Syazwani. Thank you. Hi, Syara. Okay. So your question, okay, is it true? Yes, sadly, I have to say that it is true. This thing is actually stigma in our society. People kan, bila dia tahu anyone lah, bila dia tahu certain orang tu ada illness, dia terus dah judge orang tu tak boleh buat kerja. Okay, we our population do not treat those who have mental illness as those as they are having penyakit. Dia all selalu banyak orang fikir orang ada mental illness ni memang tak boleh buat apa. Dan once you got mental illness, apa pun tak boleh buat, ya. Kerja pun tak mau bagi apa semua, okay. Sebab itu ramai orang yang ada mental problem, they didn't come up, they didn't want to reveal themselves sebab yang berlaku macam ni lah, okay. Jadi soalan awak, difficult to be employed kalau majikan dapat tahu memang, tapi kalau kan problemnya kan, so orang akan try to hide their mental illness, tapi bila later on bila dah employed, dah find out ada problem, pula akan jadi problem, okay. My own experience, I managed ada one case with mental problem. So dia ada mental problem, tapi this lady is very brave. Dia come up, dia need help. Dia come up, dia jumpa doktor. So doktor refer, because I don't manage psychiatric problem, I refer to psychiatrist, okay. So after 2 years, 3 years dia dah baik. Psychiatrist cakap dia dah baik, okay. And then dia pun nak kerja ni. So dia isi borang kerja. In borang kerja, we have to declare our physical health, mental health. So there is one section of mental health. Dia tulis the diagnosis was depression. Because I manage this case, that's why I know. Depression, on treatment, already cured. Okay, so she come to me to do the physical checkup lah. Semua orang nak before kerja, before belajar, will do the physical checkup. So I buat macam biasa lah, the physical checkup, everything is good. So hantar. The next thing what happened is that the application rejected. Sedangkan dia dah cure. So I have to kenapa the majikan tak nak because dia ada history. So she asked me masa tu, she asked me what is wrong being honest. Dia honest kan? Dia honest. Dia cakap tapi dia dah sihat. So tapi alhamdulillah the case turned out well because after that I call up the HR. We get into satu conclusion how I can help her. So dia cakap boleh lah if I get letter from the psychiatrist yang yang merawat, so ada surat sokongan. And then itu macam cabaran juga untuk saya because at that time pula the psychiatrist was on sabbatical leave. Dah pergi overseas. Tapi alhamdulillah Tuhan mudahkan, I managed to get her through email. Macam itulah. So memang susah. So yeah, dia menguji our mental juga. Okay. So boleh Hara? Oh, okay. Nama manja Hara ya. Okay Hara, dapat jawapan?
Dapat doktor.
Okay. Tapi kita kena jujur ya. Okay, next Usha.
Okay, thank you, Hara. Thank you, Doctor. Okay, since we are lack of time, the rest of the question will be answered by Doctor privately. And last, we have choose final questions from Dr. Raba'a. On what is the mental health literacy and how can we alert our friends and colleagues about this literacy for mental?
Yeah. Oh, okay. So that's why we have to aware, we have to read more, we have to so that we understand more, okay? We have to tell our friends, and we have to apa? The stigma kena hapuskan lah, all the stigma. Okay, we have to accept that those who have mental health problem, it is actually about the same dengan orang yang ada hypertension, diabetic. It is a kind of disease. It is a kind of disease that can be cured. Okay, and then yeah, we have to awareness. Awareness is very important. And then we have to apa tu orang kata, and then we ourselves have to accept that thing. Sometimes theory is one thing. Kita cakap, we say kena accept people with this and this. If you later on become boss, become manager kan, and then ada orang minta kerja, you have to show that you support this group of people. They are ill, but this illness can be cured.
Okay,
Dr.
thank
Siti
you,
boleh?
Doctor. Yeah, thank you. But Doctor, especially for our student, if we have orientation week kan, so how
Yeah.
actually we can actually we can put the mental health literacy as not a warning, but Doctor, we
Awareness.
want awareness. We want to alert our student and adik-adik and anak-anak ni. How, Doctor?
How ya?
What?
I think
Because
through yeah, maybe we have to have one, program. Tapi we have to apa tu? Dr. Siti give me idea jugalah, because nanti I have to make one program for that lah, because in our section kan, in my section I'm dealing with public health things. So apart from public health, apart from the dengue lah, premis makanan lah. Thank you so much, Dr. Siti, for the idea. Definitely we have to do something. Maybe not sebelum ni kan, just ceramah. I think people don't like that. Tapi I have to find it out juga, what is the interesting way. Simple way memanglah kita cakap, kita gather, kita ceramah, tapi that thing won't work now in this environment.
Yes, betul.
I will look it
And
up.
then from our faculty also, after first semester, if they got the low CGPA, it will burst their mental health problem, depression, and then sometimes they are not together with their friends. They are alone. From the beginning, Doctor. Within semester 1 and then onwards, and then until third year, they will come out, they show off lah that they are in that case, depression and so on. Sorry, Doctor, thank you very much. Terima kasih banyak-banyak.
Ya, betul, Dr. Siti. I think my next promotion activity, I will not just concentrate on the physical health. At the situation now, my focus usually is just to pick up those students who have more BMI, hypertension. But later on, when our team, we used to go to faculty. Sometimes faculty invite us. Sometimes we go, kan? We will do something. We look into that.
Inshallah. Thank you.
Inshallah. Thank you for the idea.
Thank you, Doctor. So, thank you very much. Thank you, Michelle.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we are now at the end of the session. I really hope this webinar have given a handful of knowledgeable information about mental health awareness to all of us. So we had prepared a token of appreciation, and we would like to invite Dr. Aditya to receive it from one of our team member, Abang Khairul.
Then Usha.
Yeah.
Usha?
Yeah, yes, Doctor.
Okay, can we take a picture each of the page? Okay, be ready and then show off your face. Okay, we take a picture to all of you, yeah?
Okay, Doctor.
Okay, please be prepared, all of you, yeah?
Korang buat macam mana tu?
We do. So we have 3 pages. Okay, this is first page. Alright, Farahin, Pravina, Farhana, please show your face now. Ilmi.
Doktor, saya sakit mata, sorry.
Sakit mata. Okay, yang tak sakit mata tunjuk. Okay, wait. I count. 1, 2, 3. You can ready. Sorry. Okay. 1. Okay, first page. 1, 2, 3. Smile. Thank you. Okay, next page is Sarania. Okay, Aida Marani, Sumaya. Jason, please. Shahira. Okay, smile. This page, okay? Smile. Alright, thank you. Also next, Mushid. Okay, Wang Yini, Shahira, Azura, please. 1, Jessie, 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you. Okay, Usha, thanks.
Okay, once again, my team and I would like to take a bow to Dr. Aditya, who had given some of her precious time despite of a busy schedule. Thank you, everyone. Hope you guys had a pleasure time. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you very much. Okay, okay guys. Thank you very much to Dr. Aditya. Inshallah, we will meet again. So for all of the class, thank you to join the webinar for Group Alpha. So we will meet again. I will inform Abang Cairo to text you. Yeah, we will have another class to discuss. Thank you very much. See you again. Bye-bye. Assalamualaikum.
Bye, Doctor.
Thank you,
Bye.
Doktor.
See you. Yeah,
Thank you,
bye.
Doktor.
Thank you.
Terima kasih.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr.
Bye.
Aditya.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Dr. Aditya. Thank you.
Nizam tengah makan.
Thanks. Assalamualaikum. Ya, baik. Salam.
Thank you everybody. Don't forget to have your lunch.
Alright. Thank you.